Episode 56, guys. Pew Scholar here. I'm showing you the London warranty. One of the guys I scouted. Oops. Found him. Plays for the Bills. Got hidden development. 58 overall. That's what a 58 looks like. And I also found the other one. He was a wide receiver. Went to the Chiefs. They both went in the 5th round. So that's the end of that. We didn't get very far yet. Off season's basically over. So we're just gonna do a little bit of cleanup on our roster. And we don't know the hidden dev thing yet, but I'm gonna say that the Broncos pick with the 10th pick overall for Jason Skillen, 65. No dev. At least the two ones higher that didn't have dev, Michael Peterson and DeAndre Westbrook, they were both 70 and 77. So that's a brutal pick. Excuse me. I would guess that the Packers pick 61st. Let's say price might be really good. But the strong safety pick 25th overall, Tajar Kirkland. Again, it depends because we don't know what their development is. I'm not going to look it up either. But yeah, so we need to fix one thing on defense. We need to see what he does when we move him to middle linebacker. And it's a 5-point change to move to the middle linebacker, 5 awareness points. And then someone's got to go to right outside linebacker. And I think that's the only change I'm going to make. I'd like to have Price start. And Shaquem Griffin going to be blitzing off the edge. Let's see how that works. Offensively, Rotman is going to be second. Ross. I think Lynn is the slot receiver, though, right? No. AJ Brown is. That's the DK Metcalf guy. It's the guy that was drafted with DK Metcalf from Ole Miss or whatever. Right? Isn't that right? If he's from Ole Miss, then I'm right. If it's not from Ole Miss, then I'm just totally lost on who it is. Yeah, Ole Miss. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's good. And John Ross will be the third. I don't even know what we're gonna do with Kiki when he comes back, but he's still got a few 14 more weeks, and Hudson has 18 more weeks. So I don't even know what that means. We'll have to find out soon. But yeah, let's go check out the change. I'll be right back. I have to start by cutting 4 players. So we're going to cut Seth Harrison, Amari Cummins, Joe Radovich, and Perry Strong. No, Jadon Dell, not Perry Strong. Jadon Dell. He's 25. That'll start our chop down of the players needed. So let me set that up. So this is a sad day. So Joe Radovich was a 6th round pick in 2021. There we go. Yeah, 6th round pick in 2021. All right, and then Jadon Dell was the 7th round pick in that year. And then we drafted the 2 quarterbacks kind of just to see. And neither of them are going to work out, so take a little pen. There we go. We've cut 6 of our draft picks so far out of the drafted how many? 33 players. We've cut 6 and 1 has been signed off the practice squad. Preseason's over. I need to go to bed soon. Here's how we did. We did terrible. We got blanketed by the Lions. Tony Pollard was our leading rusher. Receiving, DJ Chark was the leading receiver. Couple touchdowns scored, DJ Chark. Defensively, Dorrance Armstrong, Kenny Clark, Sharif Lynch. Getting to the quarterback. That looked pretty good, I think. 2 interceptions. Big thing about preseason is how's the injury report look for next week? Kiki Kote will be back next week. But we still will. Rodney Hudson and Josh Jackson will be out for a little bit. But I gotta cut 22 players. I'm gonna put some of these players on the practice squad too. That's gonna be tough. Keyshawn Eubanks, our 4th. Bench wide receiver. Oh, and Burks is in trouble. Might have to look at age too. Might move him to the practice squad. His lead block sucks, but oh man, it's a lot to think about. And I might have to do it at a different time. Got 22 people. 10 on the practice squad, 10 on the 12 to be cut. So So I know who I'm cutting, who I'm keeping. We're going to start with practice squad players. Starting off with wide receivers. Diavon OK is going to be moved to the practice squad. Next up is the fullback we drafted, Isaac McMillan, moving him to the practice squad. Next up is a wide receiver that did really well last year. We just don't have the space for him right now. Vernon Copeland. Copeland, you're going to the practice squad. Next up, I'm going to put on the practice squad. I was going to cut him, but I need another practice squad guy, and I might as well just hold on to him. But Charles George, going to the practice squad. Next up is a tight end. Actually, it's going to be two of them. It's going to be our converted tight end from wide receiver and our slow tight end that we drafted. So both the Clayton Conrad and Tyler going to the practice squad. Next up is the left end, Lynn Binns, going to the practice squad. Next up is the linebacker that we drafted. Both of them are going to the practice squad. And now, the last person going on the practice squad is a wide receiver. It is Ashley Turner going to the practice squad. Okay, now got our practice squad players. That means the rest of the team, 12 of these people are going to get cut. So the Turk's coming by, and he would like to see. He's going to tell. My stomach is hurting me right now. Adley Crawford, please go see the coach. Hand in your playbook. Sorry, you're not making the team. Alright, next up. I should have wrote down their first names, darn it. Keyshawn Ebanks. We drafted you. Spent a couple of years on the practice squad. Let me do something quick here. Sorry. Yeah, this is the only running back that we've ever drafted. And he is going to be released. Sorry, Keyshawn. Signed on the practice squad. Both years. Next up on this thing is someone who I signed, hoping he would make the team, but OA, sorry, Shaquem Griffin took your spot. We're gonna cut you. Longtime Packers coming up next. Owen Burks did not make the team this year. 28-year-old Owen Burks. He's a good user, linebacker apparently, but not never really got it done on there. He actually had to be a starter for a little bit because of middle linebacker issues last year. Just a quick look at his. Yeah, see who didn't even. Played in 4 games, had 25 snaps, so his highest year was 2 years ago. Is this 24 season already? It's amazing. What does it show? 23 season. Huh. Shows that he played in 4 games, but that's the preseason. I didn't know they did that. Oh, it's because we haven't left the preseason yet, huh? Is this all his preseason stats? No. Okay. Well, let's learn something new about Madden having issues. Alright, next up is got the man with a really good name. Oh, he's right here. Oops. Kinsley Kiki. Been with the Packers for a while. Let's take a look at his player card. I think he got some time in. Yeah, so he played in the 19 season. He had 19 snaps, 2 years on the practice squad, and now he's being released. That's not a bad day. I mean, if you think about it. Alright. Next up is a cornerback. Cornell Baldwin, we picked you up as an emergency player on the practice squad and sat there for a little bit, I think. But didn't just taking a look here. Yeah, I never even got playtime at all. Kind of amazing when you watch the amount of players that go through here. So you're cut. This is a sad day. This one was a hard one. It's either going to be Josh Jones or Travaris Moore. Josh Jones is a year older and not as good, but decided to keep Josh Jones and cut Travaris Moore. So he was cut. And then the really sad one for me, I don't know why I like this guy so much, but Tony Brown is not going to make the team this year. Oops. Let's just take a look at his totals. As you can see, not exactly been on the team for, 2, 4, 6 years. 19 was his best year with 253 snaps. But yeah, he just didn't pan out, but got to stick around for a long time. See, I'm taking penalties for some of these players I'm cutting. Next up is a man that started a couple of years for us, but has been relegated to bench duty. Nicholas Morrow. We were desperate for a linebacker, and he'd probably still be on the team if I didn't draft Jose Price. Jose Price. Just turned out to be a star, and so a long career of 400 snaps. Look, he was, look at those 2 years where he was almost the starter basically, and then he is being released. 28-year-old. Alright, cuts are continuing. Next up is a corner. Alright, Penny Wadsworth was one of those pickup guys that I picked up off for the practice squad and just never really got to play much. I think he did play a little bit, right? Let's take a look at this. 20, 21, and 23, so he didn't play at all last year. He's been on the practice squad or something.
2021 was his big year. Got 508 snaps in. But he is going to be released. And that's it for now. A couple more cuts to make still.
And the final cuts for the Green Bay Packers are the following. Marquise Blair and Trevor Jones. We're going to stick with Taylor Rapp, who's slower, but more solid all around player. And younger too. So, and Trevor Jones. There we go. We finished our cuts. And we're done with the preseason. It didn't go well for the Packers, but that's okay. Coach's goals. Player progression is completely maxed out. So, it's either retirement influence, which I don't think that's really all that important. But, resign. See, I think player acquisition is the next way to go. Get more points. Though we did get 16 free agents this time around, so I don't know if that's really that big of a deal either. Let's skip ahead to the draft, or to the regular season, and end this episode. See you there. Advance next week. There we go. Goodbye.